We've had some stuff going down. Morning, everybody. Lovely to see you. I'm going to pop in here for an hour. I've got to disappear in an hour. Yeah, interesting times we're living in. Nice to see. If anyone wants to pop in and join the live chat this morning, feel free to do so. We're going to be talking about statues, what's actually going on. One of these protesters yesterday decided to, there was 3 or 4 people at the back of a monument, and they were chopping it about, and it dropped and it landed straight on the head of someone, and it's very graphic. It's very, very, very graphic. Morning, morning, Claire. How are you, darling? Loving the profile picture. Yeah, like I'm there. Yeah, lovely, beautiful, Claire's in the room. So look, they're chopping away at this statue. Ding, 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 and they push it forward. Now, I want to know who's running this health and safety stuff, right, with regards to these Black Lives Matters. We're going to be talking about some people that went to feed the homeless in Birmingham yesterday and got accosted by Birmingham's finest police officers. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, about 4 black men. I'm going to use black men because they are black men. I'm a white man. I love everybody. I'm not race related. I don't do snowflakery. So if you're offended by my words and you're offended because I've called someone a black man, you're on the wrong channel. All right? I love everyone. But these 4 black dudes have gone to Birmingham yesterday, right? And they've taken some food, some sustenance to go and find the homeless. But oh no, PC Plod. Yes, PC Plod's popped along. This WPC stood there and she ain't having none of it. And then to cut a long story short, I'll try and find you the video and show you. They've arrested them all. You'd have thought, given the current climate and given the fact that George Floyd and all this stuff that's going on, whether you believe George is dead or not, I know he's a porn star and he had a hell of a on him. Woo, it was a wiener. You've all been to the cinema and had that foot-long hot dog, right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Bit of sauce on the top. Hey, nice to see you, Sonia Ballards. How we doing, darling? Lovely to see you. I had a massive migraine last night, ladies and gentlemen. I was in bed. My missus come up at 20 to 11. I don't like taking pharmaceuticals, but I had to take a couple of paracetamol because I thought my head was going to explode, even so that my hands were pulsating. I was in deep sweats. I was in a really bad way. So I'm trying to keep it together today. I'm taking it easy, but my word, was I in a bad way. So yeah, WPC and all of her cronies up in Birmingham have assaulted and arrested these 4 black dudes for feeding the homeless. And I commend these dudes for going out and wanting to feed the homeless. I really do, because there's some gorgeous souls about on this earth. Black, white, Chinese. There's some absolutely fantastic souls. It's not about colour. And now they got arrested. They got taken down. I would have thought the police would have been like on dodgy grounds right now, especially as they've been taking the old Masonic sign of taking a knee. One of that old, oh yes, you know, that old Masonic gesture, you've got to take the knee. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you know this, but the Masons, when they get initiated, and I've been invited into the Masons and the Templars and all sorts, right? But I'm a man of God. I am. I'm strictly live by the word, yeah? And it says in there, don't worship false idols. So I can't be part of any boys club. But the Masons, when they get initiated, I don't know about the lady Masons because it might be a bit dodgy getting the old boobs out because some of you girls have got a firm, nice pair. But with the guys, they have to show a knee. They have to show a breast. This is the geezers, ladies. Calm yourselves down, for fuck's sake. And what that means is they show a knee to show they've not got leprosy. I bet you never knew that, did you? I bet you never knew the Masons show a knee because to show they've not got leprosy. So if you want to join the Masons and you join up to that club and the Masons all sat there and they go, oh, he's a bit smelly. Oh, yeah. Oh, his arm's just fallen off. I think he's got fucking leprosy. I do. So you roll your trouser leg up with one arm and you show your kneecap. And if you've got leprosy, they go, oh, you can't come in. No, you're not allowed in. So that's to do with leprosy. That's why they have to show a kneecap. I always thought it was fucking weird, all these rituals. I really did. And they have to go like that. Wallop, this is the geezers, and they have to show a breast to prove that they're manly. Now, the problem is with that, most guys nowadays, a little bit overweight, just a little bit overweight, and when they drop a boob out, you could be forgiven for thinking that they were actually a lady. Now, I'm just seeing it how I see it out there, people. I'm not scared to say what I've got on my chest, nor you girls. But the point is this. That's what they do. They go for the rituals. Now, a good buddy of mine is a Freemason. He's a free man of the city, and he shoes horses, right? He shoes horses. And he goes all around the world. Well, he was going all around the world until he got locked down by Boris Johnson. But it's all right now because you're all allowed out in your bubbles, all right? You're allowed out in your bubbles. Now, I don't know if that's a Freudian slip in regards to Michael Jackson and his fucking monkey. I don't know. But the point is this. My friend, I said to him once, what got you into the masonry then? He said, well, my granddad was. He said, I love my granddad. And he's a big old lump, my mate. You know, he's got arms like 4 and he's out shoeing horses. So I said to him, so your granddad? He said, yeah, granddad got me into it and I wanted to follow in his footsteps. I said, that's a nice thing to do. That's nice. It's nice. So I said to him, so have you been through the risen ceremony? Because I was just looking up the Masons and I was going through, they go through this fucking risen ceremony. They get laid in a coffin. Like, dead. Oh, am I like, what's going on? And then they get stood up. The coffin comes up, right? Okay. Won't be no good now with the COVID juice because you're just going in body bags. It's not going to have the fucking same effect. It ain't going to have the same effect, all right? And they rise you and they say a few spells and prayers, whatever the fuck it is, I don't know. And you're risen. You're risen. I think that's why most Masons, when they're out on the road and they're speeding, they don't really get anything out of them because they've risen, right? They've resurrected. That's what this is all about. And I said to my friend, who's a very senior Freemason, did you understand what that? He said, well, it's just a ceremony we go through. I went, what? I said, do you not understand what being risen means? No, I ain't got a clue. I went, oh my God. So my mate, love his art, fantastic golfer, shared many a gin and tonic with him. Many a gin and tonic. And I've been invited into the Masons loads of times. I know loads about the Masons, but will I join it? No, will I fuck? I'm not interested. People say, which is the Mason? I say, wind your neck in, find your facts. You'll find I'm not. I've got a friend who's in the Knights Templar, invited me in. He said, you're showing us up. You're out there spreading the spirit and spreading the goodness. That's what we should be doing. He said, you're showing us all up. I went, not my problem. I said, you lot need to sort yourselves out. So we've got about 1,700 Templars in this country. The Knights Templars still going, although they wouldn't want to come out against the Met Police with their swords because them fuckers have got tasers. So that's the Masonry, taking a bow, taking a knee. It's the Masonic. The police the other day outside Downing Street with regards to the horses being killed, all this old bollocks. Excuse my French, I'm having a little cuss up this morning. All words are defined in the English dictionary before you have a little whiskey fit. All right. They took a knee. That was a show of submission. And when if you had honourable people there in peaceful protest wanting their country back, yeah, I'll get taken a knee. You would bow to that and you would honour that and you would join us. You would join the patriots of this country, right, to get rid of this cultural fucking Marxism that we've got going on right now, taking down statues, erasing all of our history. And you lucky, ladies and gentlemen, that your country and your history is being fucking erased. Buckingham Palace is all boarded up right now. You best believe it. Queenie apparently is around in Windsor Castle, but there's apparently people saying that she's in fucking Germany. Who knows? Old lizard legs. So, here we go. The police, the Met, took a knee. But then they're still... I see a video yesterday in America again. They're knelt on another guy's neck. You can't make these people up. You just can't make these people up. It's gone too far. We need to have a sort out. That's just our armsing. Let's just have a scan down through your lovely comments. Watched Jim Davidson last night. He's funny. Old Jimmo. I wonder, actually, if I can play a bit of Jim Davidson stuff in my thing. He's probably going to do me for copyrighting it because he's into all that nick. One sleeve rolled up and the other rolled up. Yes, clear. Now, there are lady Masons out there, right? Now, I would love to sit at the back of the room and watch them go through their initiation ceremony where they got to go, wallop. I wouldn't mind some of that. because I think the female form is a beautiful thing. It really is. So there are lady Masons out there. I know loads about the Masons, loads and loads and loads, but am I part of it? No, I'm not. I'm not. But yesterday, or a couple of days ago, these Winkles are chopping down this statue somewhere. By the way, Sir Winston Churchill, whatever you make of Winston Churchill, got us all through the Second World War. A bit tasty in warfare. There is a lot of suggestion that he was a paedophile nonce and this, that, the other, and he stole 4 million Indian people and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we know what goes on, right? They've now erected a scaffold around Winston Churchill. The boys were there yesterday with their eye vises on and their hard hats and their harnesses putting up scaffold. Now, there are going to be a lot of Patriots going up this Saturday. You've got the FLA, the Football Lads Alliance. You've got Birmingham City, Bristol City all coming together, stand by side. You're going to have the Millwall. You're going to have the Chelsea all stood side by side. The West Ham, come on, the Hammers. They're all going to be there. They are going up. The bikers are going to be there. There's Dean Cumberpatch out there, gorgeous guy, worships Odin. He's a Viking. I love him for it. He's got a big, gorgeous beard. He's an ex-military man. He's a veteran. They're all turning out to protect the streets and protect the monuments. And I say, salute you, ladies and gentlemen, from all races and colours of the armed services, the armed forces over the years. God bless you for doing that. God bless all the Football Lads Alliance for going and wanting to put these streets straight, because the old Bill have lost it. The old Bill have failed. Hay fever's kicking in. Hey, they failed, ladies and gentlemen. They have failed. So, police, wind your fucking necks in, because these boys and girls are true patriots and they're coming up to help you do your job, which you failed to do, all right? That horse that got hit in the head the other day with a brick and a Boris bike, I can just see Cressida Dick at her desk with that fucking Stan Laurel hat on, because it curves up. It looks like it's been in the washing machine and a tumble dry and it's gone fucking wrong. That's supposed to be flat, I think. If you went, not this one, it goes up like flipper. Cressida, there could be some... yeah, I know, yeah. I'm just going to correspond and take counsel with my mayor, Sadiq Kant. And we're going to take advice from Sadiq Kant on what we should do. The first thing I would have done if I was Cressida Dick is fucking walk the streets around there for about 3 or 4 miles and see what could be used as a fucking missile, right? Now, it would have been clear to me that the old Boris bikes would have come under that category, because they're not coming out of tube chains to jump on one to get to the next station. These things were thrown into the horses, and as a consequence, the horse is now dead. That horse that got hit in the head with a brick and had Boris bikes thrown into it is now dead. It's probably off to the glue factory. It's fucking sickness, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen. But they've knocked this statue down in America. And a very graphic video yesterday, very, very graphic. What's the time? I've got to be careful of the time. I've got to be somewhere for 11. And they're chopping it away. And these are the millennials. These are the fucking snowflakes we're giving birth to, right? If you're out there now and you're in your 90s, 20s, 21s, if you don't know how to be proper, do me a favour. Stop fucking shagging, all right? Because you're bringing people into the world that are retarded. They're retards. They knocked this statue down. They've pushed it. Boom. Is it one of them? It's the skull's hanging out. The skull's hanging out. And all of a sudden people shouting out, hey, whoa. Where's the health and safety around here? Fuck's sake. We're only supposed to be taking these down with harnesses on. Where's the health and safety? Right? And this is what got me. So the statue's come down. And this is in America, by the way. And he smacked this individual on the head. They're now on the deck, pretty much dead, I'd say. They're probably close to death. And their skull's hanging out. And everyone's going, fuck, no, look, the skull's hanging out. And they're all up the top there, they're like, maybe shouldn't have done that. And the girl in the middle has gone, yes! Yeah! And I'm like, there's someone dead down there, darling. What the fuck's the matter with you? She's, whoa, yes, we are the champions. I'm like, oh, come on. What the Jesus is going on? And we got people like Boris talking about, you can go out in your bubbles now. Yeah, you can go out in a bubble of 6. What the fuck's a bubble? Someone please tell me what Boris is on. Is his missus lacing him up with something in the morning before he goes to work? Because I think he looks kind of depressed a little bit, does our Bojo. He's not my Bojo. He's a fucking idiot as far as I'm concerned, and they all are. Oh, we're going to allow businesses to open. We're going to allow you to go out in your bubbles. And I'm just like, well, I thought we told you what to do and you did our will. I didn't realise that we had to do what you told us. Apparently that's the new thing now. Government, oh yeah, we got control over everything. We've got control over every multifaceted layer of your life. We tell you when you can go to work. We can tell you where you can go and be in a bubble. What the fuck's a bubble? I don't know. But this is the power that they've kind of whacked us all into. So we are now the muggles. Yeah. We just, oh, thank you, Boris. Oh, thanks. We've now got green light, red lights at Lidl's and Aldi's. It's like going down to Edcorn and going up in a plane and waiting for your parachute jump, all right, with your tandem when you're strapped in with your fucking hell, me bum's going, I'm going out. I don't know what I'm doing, but this geezer's old woman's in control of the chute, so we're going to be all right. You're up there, you've got your red light and you've got your green light. So you're standing outside your Aldi's and your Lidl's now, all in your queues, all in your little social bubbles, right? And from this non-existent, pretty much virus that the police are all immune from, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. They're all immune from it. Yeah, I think I've seen one copper in the 10 weeks that this lock-up thing's been going on that's actually worn a face mask. And to be fair, it made him look a bit more handsome. It really did. So you've got your red light and you've got your green light situation, okay? So you're standing outside the door of Lidl's and Aldi's and whatever. Tesco's are now saying, rather than you standing outside catching your death of cold, we'll put your registration plate up of your car and then you can get your car and you can come in the store and get your... What socialistic, communistic, Marxist, communistic country am I fucking living in? This is England, ladies and gentlemen. England, all right? So Lidl's, green light. I can go in there and buy me shopping. Like, but you've got to walk round the same way. My missus was there last week, right? And this woman's wanting to get something from the freezer. So my missus, being a lovely soul, she's just come out of the way. She's gone up a little bit further so this woman can grab her peas and her carrots, and she's bent over the freezer and the skirt's ridden up and her husband's looking behind going, oh, she looks a bit salty. Oh, fucking hell, you wait till I get you home. So my missus has walked up a bit. So this woman's pulled her bags of spuds out the freezers or wherever it is she wanted to get. And this woman, staff member, she's come out and seen my missus and went, hey, whoa, where you going? You can't go backwards. You're not allowed to go backwards in this store. She said, well, I just moved out the way to let it. No, you go round. Go on, get round. Come on. What are you playing at? So my missus is like, she's causing a bit of a fucking stir up here. What the fuck's going on? She went, righto. So my missus walked all the way fucking round like a penguin. Pick up a penguin. She's walked round all the way again to come back to her trolley. Fuck knows if her handbag was on there and her nuptials were going to be stolen and my packet of fruit that were coming home for the weekend. I don't know. She's had to walk all the way around because a member of staff's come out and said, just walking the wrong way. You must go back. I was going to slap you with a wet mackerel. Man, I'm telling you, we got to sort this shit out. They're bringing this cultural Marxism. Everyone's at home saying, oh, Boris is doing such a lovely job. We're going to all be allowed out soon. Okay. You keep thinking down that line, ladies and gentlemen, and we will fucking wait and see. Let me tell you. Good day, all. Hello, sweetheart. Nice to see you, Anne-Marie. Beautiful, Anne-Marie. Where's the profile picture, darling? Oh, is it because I'm on this Be Live TV? We got about 40 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm going to try and fill that slot, all right, for 40 minutes. Maybe a little bit sooner, who knows? Because I did have a whopping migraine last night, and I'm thanking God this morning that I'm here because my hands were tingling, my head was going, I thought I was going to pass out. It was proper terrible last night. It was really bad. Let's have a look what Jesus is saying. Jesus Jones knew someone in the Masons just to feel powerful, saved up his money to splash it about and feel big. Yeah, it's like I've never been too much for like, I've been invited in a couple of times. I know quite a few Masons, but I'm just not, I'm not interested in that kind of brigade. You know, I'm someone that actually keeps myself to myself. I know you probably find that quite hard to believe, but I come on here because this is my pub, right? This is where we come in and we go to the saloon bar and the public bar, and you lot come in and get your gin and tonics and a white wine spritzer for the ladies. You go and sit in the corner and we have a little commune, we have a little chat. That's what this is. But in actual fact, the world out there, to me now, is a really fucking scary place. And our politicians are really scary and the police are even scarier. So I try my hardest to stay out of the way and be like a ghost in this system and only go out when I need to. I don't really overly go out unless it's for a bit of work and a bit of grub. That's it. I'm very lucky to be living out in the beautiful Kent countryside. Lord knows what's going on in the cities and that right now, because our system's scary and you've only got to look the wrong way at a copper now and he's bending you like a fucking pretzel and they're taking you down the cells and getting all medieval and gangster on your ass, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't want to live in a country where we fear these people. Why do we fear the police? Because they're pathetic in any case. They're only doing because they're following orders. When they was up that thing the other day, because they got all these earpieces in now, their boss is going, take a fucking knee, get down, bitches, get on your knees. And they're all looking around each other. Oh, we got to take, just following orders. I wonder if they come do the okey cokey and turn a fucking round. Come on, do the okey cokey. Come on, let's do Andy Pandy. They'd all be there doing Andy Pandy and doing the Macarena. Right, come on, Macarena now. Come on, someone get the beatbox on. They're idiots. Can't think on their own 2 feet. Now, the point is this. A few years ago, a bodybuilder called Aaron Lambo, and I think he's different from most bodybuilders because I think he's actually got quite a big willy. All right, because most bodybuilders, they get big, but that gets smaller. But I think Aaron still managed to pull his abs. He's got gonads. He's got big balls, Aaron Lambo. He gets caught in his village by a big, tall copper. And a copper's a PC, right? Police constable. And this copper give him he give him a dig in the ribs, and it's like you're going sparring with Rocky Balboa. Now, if you don't do what a copper says and you piss him off and you show him up and you make him feel a little bit small because he's got a small willy, the copper, they're going to come out and they're going to go, you know, the Rocky music. Oh, they're fucking... And he's give Aaron Lambo a couple of digs. Well, Aaron's obviously a bodybuilder. It didn't really get into him. He took it. But nonetheless, Aaron runs a big gym and he does all these supplements and stuff that he sells. So they come up with a T-shirt, right? And this fucking T-shirt said PC Dickhead #1. That was funny. I must admit, it was Jim Davidson. It was fucking funny. I was laughing my socks off. Well, anyway, loads of people bought these T-shirts. And they're all walking around the town with these T-shirts on in the sun. All the girls are out. Oh, all right, PC Dickhead #1. What, my son? And because he got offended by it. Everywhere he was going, every corner he went round, every squad car he got in. Oh, look, there's PC Dickhead #1. Look, love, I got my T-shirt on. Do you hear that? Woo! And that's what happened. He went off with stress. Oh, can't do my job. I've got post-traumatic stress disorder. I've got PTSD. So he went off. Aaron finds out, right? Aaron finds out for a couple of the coppers that quite like him, go to his gym. They went, all right, Aaron, listen, son, I don't know if you know, but what you've done with your satirical, lyrical ways with your T-shirt, genius, by the way, PC Dickhead #1, how genius is that? But the old boy's gone off with stress, right? Now, this copper a few months before was round his house, nicking his car off the drive with a fucking gun in his hand. Welcome to your Uber Britain. No wonder we got Uber cabs. Anyhow, Aaron said, righto, all right, I've got this. I've fucking got it. He come on the net and he said to everyone, right, listen, lads and gentlemen, we've had a lovely, lovely time. However, PC Dickhead #1's gone off with an illness. He's at home. He's not feeling too good. This geezer's like a tank. He's massive, this PC Dickhead #1. You'd have thought he'd have just washed it off. It would just come off his back. Because I don't think, personally, these cops have got any morals. Anyway, Aaron quelled the fuel, and I think this cop will come back to his job. But They got no spines, people. These ladies and gentlemen that wear these uniforms, in point of fact, when you take them out of their uniform and just see them for what they are, they really are cowards. They really, really, really are fucking cowards. Our army wouldn't take a knee. Our army would tell them to fuck off. Our army would like be respectful and say, oh, you know, we're just here to keep the streets safe. Don't kick off. We're not going to shoot you anyway. But I mean, who knows how far you can push this situation, you know, martial law and all that, which is coming, ladies and gentlemen. If what happens on Saturday is not peaceful and it goes peak on, you best be fucking sure that there's going to be army on the streets, because the police can't cope with it, can they? The police deal with things, they're supposed to deal with things civilly, but we know they're a bunch of gangsters, right? And you should be worried if you ever get in one of their fucking cells. You need to do your odds. You need to get a bit of paper and go, oh, fucking 10 to 1, I don't know what, 15 to 1, because these bastards are on you. I'm having a cuss up today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope it ain't too offensive for all of you. And if you do get offended by my words, snowflakes, I'll draw you a little snowflake. Would you like a little snowflake? So that's the problem. And they're not going to be able to deal with this. And now you're going to have all the football teams there. You're going to have all the bikers. Personally, this BLM, whatever it is, I thought they were an airline years ago, BLM, weren't they? They're going to be able to cope with it? No, I don't think so. So there is a chance that they might bring the army in. Now, I only hope that's the British army, not the European army, that is on this soil right now. We've got the British army right here, right now. We have the European army on this side. I don't know how many of you know that, but that's the truth. We've got Buckingham Palace all boarded up. All windows in Buckingham Palace, big, tall windows, are all boarded up. And there's people saying, well, the Queen's moved out. We're doing a 10-year, £329 million restoration. It's a bit tasty. The old dears lived in poverty all this fucking time, so we've got to spice things up for, like, put a new heating system in, new carpets, because Charlie's been whacking his stuff all over the carpet. It's nasty. All right, we've had the teams in to try and clean the carpets. Ain't happening. So they've boarded all the windows up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in the building game, right? Now, I know unless a property is coming under attack from vandals, because there are a lot of fucktards out there with these millennials that ain't got a respect for a fart, as quite clearly seen as that statue got pushed off and killed that geezer below and the skull's hanging out, and that girl went, yes! Massive empathy she had there. I know that if the house is pretty much left alone, you don't board the windows up. Why? Because you have to rub the frames down, you have to clean the glass, you have to prime the frames, you have to paint the frames, you have to cut your walls into the frames. I know all about the decorating stuff. So you don't board the windows up, because you've got to work in there. You've got to see, what the fucking hell would you want to work in a place and refurb? You're going to come out with, you're going to have to go and see a doctor, get some Prozac, right? If you worked in Buckingham Palace, right, doing a refurb with all the windows boarded up, like you're in a rabbit hutch, and that's going to go on for 10 years, you're going to come out, you're going to have to go and see a doc. I'm depressed. I'm working in a fucking hutch all day. I ain't seen no sunlight for 5 years. Well, it looks like you've got a vitamin D deficiency there, Kes. Well, no fucking wonder. You don't board all the windows up. So Buckingham Palace, the windows have been boarded up. They are expecting trouble. Make no mistakes. You can come up with all this old baloney. Yeah, we're refurbing. We're doing this. Queen's fucked up. Whatever. But they're expecting trouble. You would not, I don't remember the last, and don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, I imagine that most refurbishment work has been going on for years, painting. You can't expect Buckingham Palace not to have a little freshen up and a lick up every now and again, and the windows all tidied up. Do you know what I'm saying? And the brickwork may be acided down, so all the pigeons have been flying on, shitting on the walls, and all them people getting out the Queen's chambers, climbing down through bed sheets naked. Do you remember the ones? They've got to leave marks on the wall, like skid marks up and down the brickwork. You've got to have a hose off with them skid marks, haven't you? Because you've been in the Queen's chamber. I mean, she come in one day and some geezer was sat in her bed. And fucking soldiers were doing a great job of security, by the way. And so you're not going to board it up. You're going to let the light fly in, because a colour, right, like this colour here that I've got, my Cadbury's purple, looks different during the day than it does of a night. So Queenie, you could board that whole place up, paint it Cadbury's purple. She comes back in after 10 years' time saying, Majesty, we've got a fucking right royal reveal for you today. What's going on? Hang on, we're just, what do you reckon the colour? Is that Cadbury's purple? And they say, yes, ma'am, it is. Yes, Cadbury's fucking put. Do you know what? I really like that. Have you put a little bit of that glitter stuff in the paint there to shimmer it off all me trophies and all me? Yeah. I fucking love it. Well, what a fucking fantastic £329 million you've spent here. My people of my country are so fucking generous. Thank you so much. And they take the shutters off. She goes, oh, fucking hell, look at that. Look. What? I thought you told me it was Cadbury's fucking purple, not lilac blue, because it changes colour. So they're not boarded the windows up for a refurbishment, ladies and gentlemen. They haven't done it. You might board the old one up that gets smashed. Who's going to go smashing windows in Buckingham Palace? You've got guys there with machine guns, right? Where's the old Bill? The old Bill used to patrol that place like it was theirs. Communist Marxism. I always bothered me, that did, when I see the old Bill patrolling them Buckingham Palace with machine guns. I'm thinking, what's they got to do with the old fucking Bill in there? Apart from zero. And they walk around with their guns. All right, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, walk up to your suave, yeah. What's going on here today? Now, if we don't like what you're saying, you can fuck off, because we're going to point a gun at you or take you downstairs and cuff you up and beat you up a little bit, bitches. Do you know what I'm saying? Satish Kumar on alternative education. He says that if you teach the mind, spirit, soul, he teaches individuals to make decisions, not necessarily employees. Interesting stuff. Sounds good. Sounds nice. We're a nation where we don't really think too much anymore for ourselves. So I'm someone that tries, just keep my mind on the time. I'm someone that tries to think for himself. I'm someone that tries to live my life without causing any harm and burden to anybody else. Now, I'm someone that over 10 years ago decided to turn my back on the system because it was fucking violent, all right? The Inland Revenue, they're pigs, they're horrible people, they just treat you like shit. To them, you're just you're just a name and number, you're just collateral damage. They couldn't give a flying rat's carcass about your soul and your spirit and your private life. They couldn't care. And that's why we're in this mess, because no one cares. No one cares. No one in the system cares about humanity no more. It's like we've lost our God. It's like God's fucked off out the window. George Michael sung that song years ago, and all God's people crept out the back door. You remember it? Turn a different corner, was it? Don't start me off. I shall start singing, and you'll all disappear. All right? That's all I'm going to say. Very off topic. Sorry. No, Sonia, never apologise. Never apologise. No, unless you're after something. What we saying in Dr. Dawson? Dr. Dawson's in the house. The Queen Elizabeth II, the Queen Elizabeth of Canada, Queen II of Australia, which is now found to be a corporate fraud under the royal title. Right, peeps, look, I don't want to piss on anyone's cornflakes, all right? But we are now a nation living in cultural Marxism. We are now a nation living under communism, because you're all fucking owned. Every single one of you. Your kids is owned. Social services love coming and stealing your kids. Your cars, if you don't grace them up with all their little bits and bobs, their bits of paper and their MO, then they'll take that off you. How's that right? That's not proper. Take your house off you. Don't pay your council tax. Or, we're going to come and take your fucking house. So it's all used as a lever to keep you under control. And you always get the threats first, didn't you? I remember it years ago. I phoned this woman at Inland Revenue years ago. Must be 18 years ago. I was getting all these letters. If you don't pay this 25 grand, we're going to come and take your fucking house, this, that, the other. And I rang this woman out. I said, you're some special sort of CUNT. You are. She said, well, we don't care. We just want your money. I said, you're making me feel really shit about myself. And she went, I don't care. I don't care. She said, if you don't pay up, we'll just take your house. I'm like, thanks fucking a miss here. I didn't come into the world for this shit. So anyway, that's what got me on my journey. She couldn't care less. That's a woman living in my country, my sister, that don't care about me, my property, my soul, or anything. And that's what flicked me on. I'm thinking, this just don't add up. This is wrong. A property is a right. It's a God-given right. It's not a grant from a government or a corporation. They seem to think it is. They seem to think that you're going to bow to these people. So until we get back to a position where we actually have control over our property, our children, our cars, nothing's going to change. There are people out there in government now calling for all this nonsense in schools with this distancing and hula hoops and all the fucking bubble stuff they're doing to be disappeared, because It's mental torture to a kid. Do you know how hard it is to stop a kid of 5 or 6 years old wanting to go and hug his mate? Because when they're that age, that's the world to them. Hugging, high-fiving, playing. That's what nurtures them. That's what brings them on. Now they're having to be made to sit in fucking bubbles and sit in hula hoops and square fucking boxes on the floor. Don't go near that one. You'll get the COVID juice. This COVID juice is Aldi's and Lidl's wouldn't put a green light and red light system in unless it was permanent. Do you understand what I'm saying? These measures are permanent, people. They're not fucking going away. Because if this was temporary until this coronavirus, COVID juice 19, whatever the fuck it is over, personally, I think it's a load of bollocks. I really do. I'm having a right old swear up here today. Because we're not seeing the numbers. We're not seeing the first wave. Now we're going to have the second wave. Oh, it's coming in 2 weeks' time. Dr. Hillary's that geezer. He's a fucking weirdo. Oh, 2 weeks' time, this second wave is coming. Like, is he selling lucky ever? Has he got a crystal ball? Always been up all night, Hillary. Oh, look at him. He's been in his ball. He's fucking got his frog legs out and he's making some potions that, oh, it's coming in 2 weeks' time. We're all going to fucking die in 2 weeks' time. Fucking Dr. Hillary said second wave's coming in 2 weeks. Oh, fucking genius he is. Is he a genius? No, he's an arsehole. He's an arsehole. He's a proper arsehole. These people, second wave's coming September. Now it's going to be December. It's like doing the lottery. I'm going to ring up Dr. Hillary and say, Doc, do us a favour. I don't do the lottery, but this fucking weekend I am, son, because you're special. Any chance of the numbers? Give us the numbers, Doc, because you know, you've got this way to look into the future and see what the fuck's coming. So you must have the lottery numbers in there somewhere, me old bruv. One thing I'm blessed about, right, is that a lot of people now are turning away from the mainstream media, and they are coming on to different bits and bobs for their kicks and shizzles, right? And the majority of you are all turning away from the BBC, the paedophile rings, the ITV, the Channel 4. You're not really paying too much attention to the news and the drivel that they're putting out. Boris Johnson himself said a couple of weeks ago, we're not broadcasting of a weekend anymore, giving information of the COVID juice because people are not tuning in. Trump's got 80.5 million people following him on his Twitter account. Do you see how people have gravitated? Yeah, you've all gone, I'm not having that rubbish no more. The BBC's full of nonsense, yeah? British Buggering Corporation. You know that Jimmy Savile was a serial paedophile. He used to wear jogging bottoms, for fuck's sake. Anyway, Jimmy Savile had the keys to a prison years ago. I can't think where it was. And there was a Panorama documentary on the telly about it, right? And there was all these people, oh yeah, he was kissing the girls on the lips for such a long time. And he looked like he had a bit of a cucumber down there, but we weren't sure. No one wanted to say that. And this prison guard said, yeah, he said, we give Jimmy the keys to the building, he says, but like, we knew what he was up to, but we didn't do nothing about it. Fucking hell. I can't do that. I cannot know something and not want to change it if it's bad. We need to come together now. You need to all be sharing this stuff. You need to be talking to your friends. You need to be talking to your families. You need to point them this way to the likes of me, Daddy Dragon, Carl Vernon, Jim Davidson, whoever. I'm not putting myself up there with Jim Davidson because he's a funny fucker. I'm just me. I couldn't care whether I'm funny or I'm not. I don't care. I don't need any external thingy coming my way to make me feel good. I feel good every day because I get up and I've got that spirit within me. So the point is this. We come in here just... What are you grateful? Oh, the cat's walked past. How dare that cat walk past? Fucking cat. Political means relating to the ways power is achieved and used in country or society, but we ignore 9 principles of... the 7 principles of public office is fantastic, and we should be holding the police to that. We really, really, really should. Ray Edmonds, hello, gorgeous. I see you in Daddy Dragon last night, Raymond. I did. I see you. I had to come off because I had such a migraine. I was listening to Graham, and it weren't that because I love Graham like a brother, but and I know Graham very well. He's just on it. So let's talk about quickly before I have to disappear about Graham's show last night, right? Graham, good buddy of mine, ever such a strong soul. He don't tolerate no nonsense. He tells it how it is. He's like the Ron Seal of this thing that we're involved in, whatever it is, right? And you only come in here because we want our country back, right? We want our country back. We want our rights back. We want greatness back. Am I right? Give me a 5 if that's exactly what you want, because your comments matter, ladies and gentlemen, because this is all in the interest of the public domain. Whatever the public is, it is what it is. So Graham, a few years ago, went to Westminster Magistrates Court, right? After he'd been accosted by the Metropolitan Police's finest retards. And the judge said to Graham, what is it that you rely on for your defence today? It's like going into a fucking fencing arena. Oh, I've got to defend myself. Oh, he's got a sword. And you lose no. We shouldn't have to go in and defend ourselves. It should be them to prove it that we've done something, right? Oh, what sort of an argument have you got today? Well, I don't really want to fucking argue. I just want to get into agreement and go home. Judges swore an oath to protect your rights. Did you know that? So, Graham went into this court, 30 coppers, right? 30 coppers to arrest one man. They're so fucking brave. With all their weaponry on, mace spray, anal beads, handcuffs, Estee Lauder spray. Oh, son, yeah, bend over. We're just, tickle your ribs. So anyway, he goes in there and he says to the judge, right, I've got the Bill of Rights of 1688-89 and I've got the Queen's Coronation Oath. And they all went, oh, fucking hell. Even the prosecutors went, what? They can't top Trump English law. They can't top Trump what Mary and William placed. And these are what limit the crown. It's not, they weren't Graham's rights. They were what limited the crown. So the police went, oh, no. All our cameras was off on the day, all 30 of us. No, we weren't. I thought these things that they wore were supposed to be on 24 hours a day so we can hold them accountable, right? Yeah? No, it was all off. Well, what's the fucking point of having them on? You might as well throw them in the Thames. Bunch of losers. So the old bill went, no. So the judge went, oh, okay. CPS, what are you presenting? Nothing. No, fuck that. We're out of here. And the judge looked at Graham and went, thanks for coming. You're free to go. All he did was took the Queen's Coronation Oath and the Bill of Rights of 1688-89. And we're going to do a show. If all you people want to talk about, I'm a constitutionalist, we'll talk about all these great English laws that will keep you free. Now, saying the word English is not a bad thing because we give the world freedom. Do you understand? English law is what the fucking rest of the Western world is based on. Rights, natural rights, God-given rights. Somerset, the black slave that was on the ship years ago, bound for America to go to his new slave owner. Someone see him on there in the belly of the beast, chained up. And someone went to the house, to Parliament with a petition that affected the rights and the liberties of the subject, which is a 1254 Act of Parliament. It's called the Act and the Rights, Liberty of the Subject Act, right? 1254. 1254? 1257. One of them two. So he said, I have a petition here which affects the liberty of the subject. Fantastic story. And Somerset was freed. And it was the start of the end of the slave trade. Because when that vessel got back to America and Somerset weren't on it, the slave man, he's gone fucking mental that the British government had the neck to deny him his fucking property. But they said, he's here, he's in England, he's on terra firma, he's in the land of common law jurisdiction. If he's chained and fucking bound up on a ship, that is clearly affecting the liberty of the subject. So he was freed and he lived his life out in England. Somerset, go and look up the story. That's how powerful English law is. This is England, ladies and gentlemen. We give the rest of the world, America, Canada, Asia, they all live. Did you know there's an English church in Hong Kong? A Christian church in Hong Kong. Fuck knows how long it's going to fucking stand for. The Chinese would be in there. The Chinese revolution in the 60s was all about getting rid of God and bringing in an hard communism. And the Chinese, Graham said, they went through this back in then. They went through the book burning, the ripping down the statues. That's where you're at now. But you stand on English law. You stand on the Constitution. You stand on what limits the Crown, and you'll be free. Because it's what limits the Crown. They cannot trespass on you. They can't. Every English man and woman has the right to bear arms. That is clearly defined in the Bill of Rights 1688-89. That is not me talking out my arse. Protestants have the right to bear arms. I'm a Protestant. I was christened in the Protestant Reformed religion. Not as that means too much to me, because religion is a dogma, and it's what causes wars and factions and fuck knows what else that goes on around the world. So if you want to do a show on the Constitution like Graham did last night and what protects us, we can do that. That is not a problem. Graham is a very, very learned individual, let me tell you. A very, very, very learned individual, and a handsome soul as well. So if you enjoy common sense in this world right now, stay tuned into this channel and channels that we also share, because this is where you're going to get your content of common sense and truth. You're not going to get it through the mainstream media. Our Constitution is the foundation of our law. Most is the legal profession are not even taught about our Constitution. That should tell you that they need to know about what you're talking about. This is about where this is taking us. Absolutely. Print off the Bill of Rights of 1688-89. Print off the Charter of Liberties. Print off the 1217, 1215 Magna Carta. And when anyone from the state comes at you and say, listen, fucking lips, here we go. This is before you. You don't have the right to violate me. You don't have the right. And they all say, oh, we're not educated in it. They fucking know. They know. When they got the Bill of Rights in front of them and the Magna Carta and the Queen's Coronation Oath, they soon fucking know. They know what it's all about. Because if they weren't taught about it, they wouldn't know, would they? Lord Denning was an English judge. We don't have English judges. We have British judges. The British are the communists. They're the ones that have turned this country upside down. They really have. They've turned us into a socialistic, communistic state. And if you don't believe that to be true, go shopping, go down your high streets, go to the schools and prove it to yourself what you're now living in. It's self-evident. These things are all self-evident. If you take the time, go down your high street. Please stand back. Don't come fucking near us. There's COVID juice flying around it. Well, Constable, why haven't you got a fucking mask on? The one over the top, the one that you already wear, because you are a CUN. Why aren't you wearing a mask, Constable? Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, before I disappear, because I've got to go 5 minutes. If there was truly an epidemic, a plague-like situation, or a pandemic, whatever it is you want to call this thing, if half the population had been wiped out already, right, you would not get any policeman or woman within a mile fucking radius walking alongside anybody else, let alone anybody else in a uniform. They wouldn't. If this was real, they would not. They'd have hazmat suits on with their little fucking flashing lights on the top with their batons in their hands. Yeah? But they're not, are they? They're not. 150 of them in Hyde Park the other Saturday when they broke that man's hip. They tasered him. He dropped to the deck. One of them's knelt on him, smashed his hip. That's a cruel and unusual punishment. That goes against the Bill of Rights of 1688-89. That goes against the Magna Carta. Now, before I disappear, all of these laws of the 1688-89 William and Mary thing, right, when William Orange come over from Holland, all the Bill of Rights, the Petition of Rights, the Magna Cartas were forevermore. They are laws of this land until this land finishes and descends into the sea or gets blown up by the fucking sun. They're here forever. Not until some dodgy government comes along and says, fucking hell, we're taking that off the shelf. We're wiping that under the carpet. It don't work like that. That's not what England was based on and founded on. And if England falls into communism, what the fuck? What's going to happen to the rest of the world? The rest of the world, you talk to the Americans. We've got so much respect, man, for our English brothers and sisters. They give us. They taught us what it's like to be proper. Be proper. Be English. Be standing up for the constitutional rights of yourself, your families, and your country. It's your history. And it's being torn down, ladies and gentlemen. It's being torn down. It really is. So, couple more minutes. You lucky lot. Let's have a look at some of your comments. DD got arrested. I was there. Ray, I was there. I was there when DD got arrested. And we was like, bye, Graham. See you, mate. Bye. It's fucking unbelievable. Some of us actually, after he went arrested, I think some of them went to, we got split up a little bit. No, it was the second time. I went on the first time. And he got accosted then. And I remember standing up there and these coppers were looking at us and screaming looking at Graham as though he was a piece of shit. And I went up to him and went, lads, what are you doing? Why are you looking at us like this? I said, you don't own us. And they was like, oh, they all got their gloves on with their lead lining because they love a bit of fucking violence, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you. Oh, they love a bit of fisticuffs. I said, why are you looking at us like this? I said, look like you want to that you own us, and they didn't know what to say to me. That was the first time I went, and pretty much that when we were told to go, and we went, but we did what we had to do. But it was the second time that Graham went. I couldn't make it. The first time I was there with Boss Man, Davey Russell, Aaron Sexton, and some just gorgeous souls up there. But I think it was the second time that DD got arrested, and which was a few weeks later. So, welcome to communism. Welcome to Marxist, cultural Marxism. Welcome to the Fabian Society. Welcome to a fucked up country where we're now pulling down statues because people find them so offensive and they can't walk past them without even taking any notice. If you find a statue offensive, don't fucking look at it. Look the other way, all right? Just carry on walking. You don't have to get so offensive that a bit of bronze or a bit of whatever that you want to go and pull the fucker down. And I just hope tomorrow that all these people do turn out and protect that place because they've wrapped a scaffold, I think, now around Winston Churchill. And we all know how long that'll fucking stay up, don't we? If the rebel alliance, the sick ones that are running all this violence and fucking rioting. And here's a message to the Met Police before I do disappear. Leave them fucking patriots alone because they're there to protect you. I've heard Dean Cumberpatch this morning says, I fucking hate the police. But if I see a copper getting beaten, I will step in and protect him. That's a veteran. That's an ex-man that stood for his country and fought and potentially could have died for his country. So you show them men and women respect tomorrow. You show them, you stand side by side alongside with your patriots and stop fucking beating them up. And you start taking the chunks out, the ones that are causing all this violence, all this fucking mayhem and all taking all these statues down because they're pathetic. I love you all, people. I'm going to skadoot. I'll see you all very, very soon. Thank you for tuning in this morning. We're at 52 minutes, 53 minutes. I've got to go around the corner and see one of my good buddies. We've got some bits and bobs to do, some sinks and all that to change. As always, thanks for sharing. Thanks for caring. Thanks for popping in. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Please hit the notification button for future notifications. If you go alongside that little bell, tap on that bell and you'll see it pop up on your devices as we go live. How fucking lucky are you? See you all soon, people. Take care. God bless.